So it's a bit of a strange title to call a video Depression Eve. But actually, it is. It's one of these things where I feel, whether it's just in my head or in my emotions, that I know I am on the night before depression happens. And it's a buildup, and it's interesting because a lot of times if you're somebody who has to deal with depression in your life, it's one of these things where many times, not always, but many times you can actually feel it coming on. And that's really odd because you sit there. I think most people, who, especially in a reasonable state of mind, not saying if you have depression you're not in a reasonable state of mind, but people who maybe don't deal with this would look at that and go, well, then do something. If you know if you know it's happening, do something. And you're right. You're absolutely right about it. And that's why I chose to make this as a title tonight, because I want this to actually be something that does help me tomorrow actually move beyond it, or help me move through it is probably a better idea, or a better way to explain it. And so number one, I'm going to do a YouTube live tomorrow, hopefully between 7:30 and 8 a.m. while I'm on a walk going towards the coffee shop to do some work tomorrow. And a lot of it is, once again, I because I know something is coming up, because I can feel the depression coming on. I am able to start doing something to helpfully prevent it. A lot of times with depression, though, it's just that inability to act, or that feeling like there's an inability to act and actually make something better, to actually help it out. A lot of times it's just like, oh, here it comes again, and now I'm going to be depressed for a day, an hour, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, whatever it is. But I'm able to look at this. I was driving back from Portland tonight. I've got a meeting I have to be here in my hometown tonight, or tomorrow morning, or excuse me, tomorrow afternoon. And while I was driving down here, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, like, all right, so you have this feeling, you have this moment of awareness that says, hey, this is a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's just something that that will pass. It'll come and it'll go. But are there things that right now, because I'm aware of this, I can do to either make it better, to make it go faster, to go through it easier? And I think the answer is yes. Number one, though, I look back and say, okay, so what might be a trigger for this? And I've talked about it a couple of times in some other videos, but my purpose is fulfillment, which just is happiness, and as simple as that, happiness by moving forward and doing good. And that moving forward really is just the things that I need to do not to be in a depressed state. And not that in a depressed state you're worth any less, or that you don't have meaning, or you're not worthy of love. It's a place that I don't want to be. I've been there enough, and I don't like it. And so for me, it's a matter of actually wanting to not spend a lot of time in that state. So anyway, so I was looking back just and saying, okay, so why is this happening? I'm hanging out with just such a good friend of mine, and I absolutely love him to death. And I'm so excited that we get to hang out and we get to go explore and see so much of Oregon together. And I get to spend extra time. So this shouldn't be the feeling. It shouldn't be what's happening. But at the same time, it's like, even though that's going well, hanging around, enjoying each other's company, spending time with a whole bunch of other people too, and I enjoy doing that. Is number one, I haven't been getting adequate sweet sleep the last couple of days. It's not on par to where I need to be. I haven't been eating well, which is another thing, and that tends to go with it. And a lot of that is just I don't know if it's not really peer pressure. It's just you want to be included, So it's like if you go out to dinner, you go out to eat. It's that expectation of, oh, I got to eat while I'm here. I got to have something to drink. It's just not being self-confident, or not having enough self-confidence in myself, not having enough self-confidence, obviously, in myself, not having enough self-confidence to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna pass on this one, or I'm just gonna join you, but I'm not gonna eat anything, or just gonna have something to drink. To be able to do that. But then the other thing too is my meditation. I haven't been taking time to actually find a secluded area, since I'm in this big house, 16 other people or 14 other people. But maybe actually leaving the house, spending some time just even in my car doing meditation, and that goes also for exercise as well too. It's been, I think, 3 days now without going to the gym, and that is not acceptable. Meaning I know I feel good when I go to the gym, when I exercise, and that also could be for not going on hikes or walks, but just kind of being sedentary. And so I know that all contributes to that state of mind. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I mean, I'm still here. I still have to deal with it tonight as well, and I'm gonna do a little meditation. At least set the timer for 10 minutes and see what that does. But yeah, tomorrow morning I'm going to use YouTube as an accountability application, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow, whenever this is. But you'll get to see that I got up, got out the door. I'm going to keep working on just being a better version of me, or just being me. And yeah, we'll talk tomorrow morning. So I hope you're doing well. Like I said, Depression Eve doesn't always necessarily turn into depression, but just making you aware that I'm aware of this and wanting to move forward. So you, me, tomorrow morning, or whenever.